I'd love to know, what's it like being a mentor while still navigating your own career?
I mean, it was a challenge. We wanted to take this on and really kind of shepherd Miko into this space. And one of the things that we struggled with was that we have our own respective projects. So for us, it was really important. For me, it was really important to try to carve out time as much as possible. And thank goodness I had, my Hooray team of producers trying to help Miko through this process. But I wish I could have been way more present throughout this process.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, I would have loved to have been on set every day, that would have been, I think that would have been really fun anyway, so, but that's how it happens, you have to find a way to juggle things.
Have you passed down any wisdom that you've been given from mentors during this process at all?
That's the thing, it's so hard to navigate this industry. Like there's no one's just reaching out to help you. So much of it is finding your own way. And I didn't have many mentors. I've had peers that I've relied on and kind of just gauged my steps based on their moves. So the short answer is no, and I hope that we were able to help our filmmaker as much as possible.
Awesome. And what was it like? What was the decision process like in choosing Miko to be the director that ultimately made her feature?
I mean, it was very, very difficult. We had a lot of long conversations because we had a lot of really, really talented filmmakers who were in the pool, who were in the running to be the director here. So it was a very, very difficult decision.
We had arguments.
We had arguments, yeah. Yeah, I'd love to go back and make movies with all of them.
Yeah, for real. Like there were just so many talented people who submitted, and there were hundreds, I think almost thousands of submissions, and we narrowed it down to several short films, and they were just incredibly talented, and it came down to them all shooting one of the same scene, us watching it and making a decision based off of that.
Yeah, it was exciting to see, it's the same scene, it's exactly the same words, but every filmmaker made a completely different film, so that was, for me, a very exciting part of the whole process.
And my last question is going to be, what's been the most fulfilling part of this whole process?
Oh man, I think anytime you're able to just allow someone an opportunity to try to thrive and be themselves and do things their way, that just doesn't happen. You don't get a chance to make a film for, I don't know if we can say the price, but a significant amount of money. And, to have people have faith in you and take a chance on you. So that's fulfilling.
Yeah, I mean, it's tricky most of the times when you get a job in this industry, you're sort of thrown into the deep end and you have to figure out how to sink or swim. So it was gratifying to be there in some way to support someone making their first movie.
And this is hard, like this is kind of a boot camp. You're filming an entire feature in 18 days. There are cameras in your face, and so if you wanna learn how to work under pressure, this is the space to do it in, and it's a pretty loving space.
I want to ask you, there's a few things I want to ask you, but one of the things I'm curious to know is, what's it like, making a film and then having that process completely recorded? Did you ever feel like you had to filter anything, or what was that like?
I mean, the good thing is I don't know, I don't say too many off-color things in general, so, I mean, it is weird wearing a mic all day knowing that everything you're saying is being heard, but also when you're making a film, though, you're just so hyper-focused on what you're doing, everything else kind of fades into the background because you're kind of just so focused on, getting all the shots and stuff that you need for the day. So, yeah, it was definitely interesting to say the least, but, yeah, I think it was definitely cool, and especially knowing that, I feel like kids and, kind of like the young Mikos would benefit, from being able to see the process from beginning to end. So, yeah.
How did you stay grounded during the process? Because 18 days is a very quick turnaround for film.
Yeah, no, luckily I'm one of those people who, I don't really have a panic button, so, and I'm used to kind of working with deadlines and stuff like that, just coming from editing trailers and tight deadlines and stuff like that. So, you kind of just know what you have to do for the day, and you just focus on getting it done. So, yeah.
How does it feel being here now? You know, you just screened your film, it's coming out, and what does that feel like?
It's honestly, it's kind of surreal, but also awesome because, yeah, it was just super nice that everyone who was involved with the film was able to watch it and see, you know, what their hard work went towards. And yeah, I'm super excited for everyone to see it. Even the people who didn't work on it, but yeah, I'm stoked for everyone to see it. So.
I'm sure you learned a lot about yourself during this process. What's one lesson that you're gonna always remember, without a doubt?
I mean, you definitely have to make sure you get your rest, I think, is a big thing. I mean, we had a lot of overnights, but, you know, I still made sure I was getting, you know, at least 6-7 hours at night, because it's like if you're no good to anybody if you're, you know, exhausted, and you're still exhausted, but I don't know, you definitely need to take care of yourself because you have to show up every day for your team and your crew and stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely taking care of yourself and sticking to that routine, I think.
My last question for you is going to be, what is one thing, if you could go back at the beginning of this process, what's something that you would tell yourself?
Something I would tell myself. Gosh, I don't know. That's a good question. Gosh, I don't even know. I have no idea.
I'll give you an easier one.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for HBO viewers to see when they watch this film for the first time?
I mean, I'm excited for them to see what can be done in such a short amount of time, and I don't know, I'm just excited for them to just see what everyone's hard work, like how hard everyone worked on this, and what the results were. Because yeah, again, everyone did such an incredible job, and I'm so proud of everyone. So yeah, I just want everyone to see why I'm so proud of everyone. So
I would love to talk about, so were you guys producers on Gray Matter specifically? Or
That's right, for the film.
So what was that like? Because it was, 18 days of shooting. How did you guys stay organized, stay level-headed, especially for Miko, so she can lean on you guys?
You want to take that?
I mean, we're a great team. It's all about, staying calm, being prepared, picking really great people to work with. Our team was amazing.
And we were very confident in our director as well. And we knew we had the right person because we had a big challenge, and Miko demonstrated when she originally submitted to the contest that she was a solid filmmaker. So we leaned into that heavily.
Was there any specific advice that you maybe told Miko during the process that kind of maybe helped ease her nerves or help smooth everything along the way?
I mean, I think we acted as true partners, so we really leaned into being, an ear and a friend and advice and, what she wanted to support her vision, and it was great because it was authentic.
And she was also very eager to learn the things that she didn't already know. And she was very open to taking, we even sat down with her and, stepped through things like the budget and teaching her about union rules that she didn't know about and all of those kinds of things. So she was constantly a partner with us, so we had a good working relationship from the beginning.
What's it like being filmed while making a movie? Is it?
It's very challenging being on the other side. We're not used to that. It's not something that we've done. In fact, I've avoided it my entire life of walking behind cameras because of that's our job. So you really just have to turn that switch off in your head and just focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, and we've been doing this a long time, so we understood that, we know how to do the job, and we also looked at it as an opportunity to show all of the audiences how this can be done well and how it can be done inclusively and have a great team together and still get the job done. So that's partly that.
Yep, everything.
Can you talk about one of your favorite moments that kind of stuck out to you, and maybe it was this is why I do what I do? Was there anything like that?
What do you think your favorite moment was?
The end when we took the photo.
Yeah,
Everything else up until then was very fast and chaotic.
Yeah,
So
that last day of shooting it felt like kind of like a catharsis, like, oh my God, we actually did it. We did it. Yeah, because we were confident we would, but until you get there, it's like slog, slog, slog. So yeah.
What advice would you give to filmmakers now that have never done a feature film, that are looking to just dive in themselves? What's something that you could say that could help?
I mean, I say don't wait. If you can pick up your phone and shoot, just start doing it. Start doing the job and owning that role, and then, hopefully make ways to get opportunities, and then you'll keep advancing that way, because that's kind of what Miko did.
surround yourself with really great creative people that you can lean on and work with, and be a companion with, like, to be able to really pull it off. And I would say keep learning. Every day we learn, every day, and ask a lot of questions. That's really, don't think you know it, because there's always something else to learn.
Absolutely.
How are you feeling? How do you feel tonight?
It's just surreal, seeing the project just come all together. When you're actually shooting, it's hard to envision how it's gonna look all, pieced together. But tonight we got to find out, and it's just super exciting. I really think it came out great, and I'm just upset I have to wait until July to watch it again. But.
What was it like seeing it on screen for the first time in a theater?
The experience was surreal because my parents are here too. So for them to see me on screen, it's just like a very family. It feels like a family-oriented moment. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the cast, we all kind of grew. Especially me and the main cast, we grew kind of like a brotherhood. So it's like I don't know. It just feels like we're watching a movie at home. You know what I'm saying? In the living room almost.
What did you learn about yourself as an actor during this process?
I learned that I'm pretty good at improvising, coming up with little funny lines on the spot. I got a couple laughs in there off of some improv lines, so that's something I want to kind of do more, yeah.
What's it like being filmed while also trying to stay in character and act in a movie?
It's awkward. It can be awkward, but you kind of just have to act as if the cameras aren't there, you know what I'm saying, and just fully dive into the character. And once you connect with the character, it makes it a bit more easier to, and more natural on camera. So.
How did you stay inspired during filming?
Well, with the cast, it was pretty easy, because we were all in a group chat and giving each other notes and little tips and stuff like that. So, the gang, they really kind of helped. We kind of helped each other hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty easy. Yeah.
And can you talk about a favorite moment on set that you have?
One of my favorite moments on set was when the AD, she let me use her walkie-talkie, and we were just saying stupid stuff to everybody on the walkie-talkies, just little practical joke stuff, But yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. These guys, they really make it feel just like a family, So it was just going to school every day almost, you know what I'm saying? Just with my friends hanging out. So it was super fun experience, yeah.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm excited. This was fun. This was so much fun. Yeah.
What was it like seeing the work finally on screen in a theater full of people?
It's kind of freaky in a great way. It's like, you work so hard for so many weeks and then you're gone from it for so long. And so being able to see it again, it's just like, oh, wow, I really, really had a great time. Yeah.
What do you think audience reaction is going to be when they watch the film at home? Or what are you hoping for?
I don't know what their reactions are going to be. I think what I'm hoping for is that they go on the ride with us, that they have a good time, and that they fall into the world and fall in love with it as much as I did.
How did you stay inspired during the process, and how did you stay grounded? I guess it's a two-part question.
I'm inspired by the people around me. This was such a sort of team effort to be doing it so fast, to do it in 18, shooting days, and the amount of sacrifice and work that everybody put in. It was inspiring every day to come on set because you're watching everybody work so hard. So you can't drop the ball. You have to work just as hard as them. And then what was the second one?
How did you stay grounded during the process?
I think playing a character like Isla is kind of hard not to stay grounded because she's so grounded. And I think I'm excited right now. When I'm in public and I'm doing interviews, I'm like that. But I'm a Capricorn, so I'm normally a pretty grounded person. But yeah, I just studied hard and every day just was so thankful to be there and just fell in and got ready to work every day.
Another question for you is, what did you learn about yourself as an actress during this very fast-paced process?
I gained more faith in my abilities. Not that I didn't have faith before, but you learn so much when so much is put on your shoulders, and this is my first time being in such a large role in a movie. So to have to carry something like that and to carry a character like Isla, I was very proud of myself, so yeah.
What advice would you give to young actors, actresses that are, trying to stay faithful to the craft and waiting for their break? What would you say?
Be fearless. I always say be fearless. I always say know thyself. Be your authentic, true self. No one else is like you in the world. And if you go into every audition like that and make every decision like that, it just makes you a step out from the rest, And then I'll also say, do the work. And the work is not just about the acting. The work is the research. The work is knowing who you want to be like, and backtracking so okay, well, they did this, they went to this school, or they did this type of training, and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, do the work. Yeah.